As humans, most of us live life with a great battle going on in our minds. The battle of our positive and negative self-talk. Some days, it seems like the good guys win. Other days, it's an undeniable defeat from the bad guys. The war never seems to end, or at best, it becomes an underlying threat of imminent war. One day, I remember hearing this parable. A Cherokee grandfather is talking with his grandson. The grandfather says, "In life, there are two wolves inside of us which are always at battle. One is a light wolf, which represents things like kindness, bravery, and love. The other is a dark wolf, which represents things like greed, hatred, and fear." The grandson stops and thinks about it for a second. Then he looks up at his grandfather and says, "Grandfather, which one wins?" The grandfather replies, "The one you feed." I remember hearing this when I was younger, and it made so much sense to me. Obviously, I should only feed the light wolf. That would bring me greater happiness, right? Well, what I didn't realize at the time was that the tale has an alternate ending, and in my opinion, a far better one. Instead of the grandfather replying with, "The one you feed," he replies with, "You see, if I only choose to feed the light wolf, the dark wolf will be hiding around every corner waiting for me to become distracted or weak and jump to get the attention he craves. He will always be angry and will always fight the light wolf. You see, son, the light wolf needs the dark wolf at his side. To feed only one would starve the other, and they will become uncontrollable. To feed and care for both means they will serve you well and do nothing that is not a part of something greater, something good, something of life. Feed them both, and there will be no more internal struggle for your attention. Peace, my son, is a Cherokee mission in life. A man or a woman who has peace inside has everything. A man or a woman who is pulled apart by the war inside him or her has nothing. How you choose to interact with the opposing forces within you will determine your life. Starve one or the other, or guide them both." That's the moral of the story. It's not about depriving the dark wolf of attention that will bring peace to one's life, but instead learning how to properly nourish both wolves that will. This is the part of the story that a lot of us are missing. The practice of taking care of both wolves. So, how do we practice that? Well, one way I've learned is through the practice of mindfulness. We need to give both wolves the right and equal nourishment they need. Kindful attention, compassion, a space of non-judgment, love, care, and understanding. And the more you practice this, the more you will start to realize that the dark wolf was never your enemy at all. The battle never needed to be fought. The dark wolf was simply a signal towards what was lacking in your attention and care, a signal towards what you value most in life, and a signal towards the perfectly imperfect way we are made up as humans. This is also perceived in an ancient Chinese philosophy you know as yin and yang. What seems like opposite or contrary forces are actually complementary, interconnected, and interdependent forces produced in the natural world. So, to feed your dark wolf properly is to finally put your weapons down, your guard down, step forward, be vulnerable, be there, and listen. Listen to it all, absolutely judgment-free. Listen to what the dark wolf is trying to tell you, and with that added attention, you will feed the wolf the right way. This is how we will finally end the battle of the two wolves. This is when we will finally bring inner peace for ourselves. Stay curious and kind, river and flow.